All right, to get started, we're going to take a couple of those pie crusts and put it at the bottom of your heating vessel. So in my case, I'm using a glass Pyrex dish. I'm also going to coat it with some oil all over the dish, all around the insides, all over the sides, all the way up. I even coated the outsides, not the outside of the dish itself, but like the very edges, because I wanted all of that dough to be baked on first. Now you're actually going to cook this dough that you're going to line this up with for 12 minutes in the oven before you put your pie crust filling inside. And this is what it looks like after you have molded it into the cooking vessel. You're going to stick this in the oven for 12 minutes. This recipe also calls for cornstarch, but since I don't have that, I'm just taking 2 tablespoons of flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, mixing that together with 3 tablespoons of water to make my mixture thicker. I'm also going to take my peaches and start adding to the pot. All right, so now we're going to get our butter melted. I'm going to use, that's crazy. I'm going to take this off because it looks like this started to brown a little bit. So I'm going to use 6 tablespoons of butter in this. Normally you use a whole stick, but I didn't want to make it too buttery because my daughter does not like a lot of butter in her dessert. So I'm kind of reserving a couple of spoons off, but I'm gonna let this go ahead and melt up a little bit before I add my peaches and my cup of sugar. All right, and here are first canned peaches. That does include the juice. Pour that in there as well. Everything is inside. Now you can either use 4 cans of peaches, a 15-ounce cans, or the 2 large cans that I purchased. Okay, so now I have my slurry that I spoke of earlier with the 3 tablespoons of water, 2 tablespoons of flour, and 1 tablespoon of sugar sitting off to the side. All right, here we go. Adding half a lemon to the peaches while the butter and the peaches are working together. Tablespoon of cinnamon. Tablespoon of nutmeg. So if you do not like those strong flavors of cinnamon and nutmeg, you can also use a teaspoon of each. So now we're getting ready to come in, stir all of these beautiful ingredients together. Okay, now we add the sugar. Make sure that all of your flour is well incorporated in here. It's going to help thicken this up very, very nicely. All right. Give that a nice stir. We're going to let this cook for a total of about 15 minutes before we actually put it into the oven. But as you can see, all of these ingredients are starting to come together very beautifully. I already have my pre-measured dough, my pre-baked dough ready to go. So I'm going to add it in a second. All right, that is thickened up beautifully. Now it is time to add this to my pie shell. Got the dough all laid out. I'm going to crinkle this in, put a few slits in it, brush it with some butter, put it in the oven. Now we have our cobbler glaze with a little bit of butter. Got a touch of egg in there. You don't have to put the egg in there if you don't want to. I just had a little bit left over from another dish I'm making. All right, so I got you with the butter, got a little bit of nutmeg and cinnamon on top, and it's going straight in the oven. Fresh out of the oven and looks very good. I'm going to let this cool off before I dive into it, but I can see a lot of that juice kind of leaked onto the top. Hey, it's all going down the same pipe. It's all good. All right, let's get it in. I'm gonna get some of this nice juicy part right here. Bowl to put this bad boy right in. Okay, now here is a taste test. Got my ice cream, got some peaches on here, some of the pie dough. Here we go. I'm glad I let it cool. But pre-baking that dough, the bottom layer, before adding the top, worked wonders so you don't have that soggy dough flavor. Totally dope. Y'all should try this. Let's catch